And a beautiful day in Huntington Beach, California for the Western Regional Championships of the IDC. Trace Worthington here alongside Shalene Cockrell and some excited fans. Thanks for joining us in Surf City, USA. In fact, later in the show, we will see the incredible surf dogs, but first, we'll get right to the action with large dog agility. Shalene, the dogs and handlers have quite the challenging course to navigate.
This is a very fast-flowing course, and right off the teeter, there's a challenge into this backside jump. Now, we'll see another setup like that as the dog gets towards the end of the course, but the handlers really have to try and keep up and or get out in front of their dog to lead them through correctly. As you can see, each of the obstacles is numbered and has to be done in a specific order. Another backside jump there before going to the finish. It's going to be a great course.
It's going to be a fun course and fast course, hopefully for Mia Grant and Genius. They will kick things off. The 3.5-year-old male border collie. Shalene, always fun to watch the border collies head through the agility course, and we are off.
Border Collies have this in their genes. They are a herding breed, so they like to get out there and work together with their handler. They work well at distances, they like verbal commands, and that's what all happens out here on the field.
And in order to get the top time and the top of the podium, you have to have a clean run with 0 faults. That's what it takes in this high-end prestigious competition.
If mistakes are made, you heard that beep right there. A contact zone was missed. Fault seconds will be added on to the length of the run.
So in this case, 5 seconds added to a 33.50, a fast raw time, Shalene, 38.50 to start things off.
Well, when the winner usually comes out on top by just mere fractions of a second, every little thing counts. They did a great job working through this course, but on the A-frame, Genius was just too fast, missed that contact zone and jumped off, which cost them.
Bev Serafika and Jedi next to take to the agility course. The 5-year-old male Belgian Tverin, San Jose, California, close by. Beautiful dog. Here we go.
Very tall dog. All of our dogs in the large dog agility have the bar height set at either 20 inches or 24 inches, and that's to even out the playing field, so the difficulty level is the same.
They already have some faults added on, so 20 seconds. Now, each competitor gets 2 tries, and it's the best of 2 that will count. So if the first run doesn't go well, you have run number 2.
That's right, and it's interesting that you say that because Bev actually said that the dog has the course memorized after the first run, so they get to try and run faster the second time.
They will be looking at run 2 to improve, so 50.24 after you add those 20 seconds. That raw time, though, 30 seconds, it's fast.
Very fast.
Here we go, Roger Lee and Firefly, the Belgian Tverin, another one, ready to hit the course. They are from San Jose, California, 4-year-old male.
And it is a fast line coming right off of that teeter and into this set of jumps, that back jump, switching directions there. Tough. Oh, now he's just blowing through some of them. You know, and talking to Roger Trace, he said that the bars and the jumps were actually the hardest to train with Firefly because he's super fast, and if he's not really thinking, he can just drop the bars and go right through them. And I think we're kind of seeing that here today because those are some tough setups and layouts for all of the bars.
And you can just see Firefly is so excited to get through
Right.
the course, doesn't really care about blowing through and knocking down any bars. 52.82 after you add 20 seconds to the raw time. And again, they will be looking at run 2 to improve.
Right here, a challenge as to which jump to go to, and he's already seen the second jump, so not getting those back legs up high enough, making that nice 360, but then the rest of the bars just came down. They'll want to correct.
All right, we've seen this team on the podium many times before. Suzanne Knox and Ricky Bobby, the 5-year-old male border collie. And yes, named after Talladega Nights, Ricky Bobby. Here we go.
Some fun names, definitely. So Border Collies and Belgian Tverins, that's the breeds we have today in agility, but of course any breed can excel at this event if you just take the time to work with your dog and build that bond and the communication out there. Right there, communication, missing the weaves, having to go back and correct, so that all costs time.
Look at the speed and acceleration, though, that Ricky Bobby is carrying. Knocked down another bar, and we'll have some more seconds added on, 10 in this case to the 33.41. So run number 1, 43 seconds, .41.
Definitely a fast dog, lots of ground speed. Look how low he is in clearing that bar. That's all trained in order to shave off every possible fraction of second. But here, communication was lost. He missed the entry to those weaves and has to go back and correct on that.
So the time to beat coming into round 2 is 38.50 to get a spot at the National Championship Finals. Mia Grant and Genius lead the way. Coming up, round 2 of Large Dog Agility, you're watching the Purina Pro Plan Incredible Dog Challenge Western Regional Championships from Huntington Beach, California. Stay put. We go back to the Purina Arena and the second round of Large Dog Agility. After the first, it is Genius and Mia Grant setting the tone with a 38.50. Ricky Bobby in second. Mia Grant coming up now with Genius again. And Shalene, no clean runs in the first round, so the door wide open to punch a ticket to the National Championship Finals.
That's right. At this level, you really do have to have a clean run in order to get there. So they're all going to be careful here in going through this course, but still wanting to push the speed.
Maybe getting a little taste of what it's like with the atmosphere. Oh, knocking a bar down there after the first run and getting some experience.
Absolutely, and as they talk about, the dogs kind of know the course even after just doing it one time, which is so amazing, but they work it well.
All right, so coming through, they had that fault, so a few seconds added on, 5 to be exact, 37.35, so they still remain the leaders.
Setting the pace for the rest of the pack, just taking off a little bit too far behind that jump and knocking the bar at the back foot, but the rest of the course was executed exactly as it should be.
Second run coming up now for Bev, Serafika, and Jedi. I mean, their first run was fast with the raw time of 30.24. That is a winning time, but they had 20 seconds added onto that, Shalene. So if they clean this up, could be your champions. Here we go.
Absolutely. Very, very quick dogs out on this course. That high bar. Still wanting to get through as fast as they can. All of these dogs doing running contacts on the A-frame, the dog walk, and the teeter-totter, where they touch the yellow on and off the obstacle without stopping. A-frame there, she said that was the toughest obstacle to train for Jedi.
Coming through the finish here, look at this. A raw time of 30.81, and even with 5 seconds added on, 35.81, we have a new leader.
That was lightning fast, going through the weave poles in large dog style, driving the force up and over the A-frame and just hitting that contact on the running exit to shave off fractions of time. That was a fast, nice run.
2 teams remain, Roger, Lee, and Firefly. Their first run, they had a 52.82. So a lot of cleaning up here. They had a fast raw time like all the other dogs. See what they can do.
Just those bars. And that 360 back jump is definitely tough because the dogs are slicing the jump. They're not coming at it perpendicularly and straight across. They're coming at it at an angle, and that's a hard thing to train and to make sure that happens cleanly when you're running this fast. Another slice, taking the bar down right there.
35.81 is the time to beat. Not gonna happen with those 10 seconds added on, no matter what. We have the best dogs in the West competing here. So 42.61 moves Roger and Firefly into third on the podium for now.
As high as those bars can go, 24 inches for the large dogs, making that back jump 360, but slicing it with the body turn is what the tough part is, going over those jumps.
Suzanne Knox and Ricky Bobby, can they pull it off? Still no clean runs. There has been fault on every single run so far. So here we go, final competitors in large dog agility.
Stay. Hold on. Get back. Ricky, Bobby, get back. Here.
So far, a clean run, as I mentioned earlier. Not one dog and handler has got through this course clean in large dog agility. Will Ricky Bobby be the first? Nice.
So far, so good. They're coming into the end of the course.
Just one final hurdle. It is clean. Look at that. And a clean run gets you on top of the podium. 33.82 for Ricky Bobby and Suzanne Knox. They're heading to St. Louis for the National Championship Finals.
Congratulations to them on a job well done. Always love seeing down low through the weave poles. Everything done absolutely to perfection on this run. No mistakes. And there you have it, our champions.
Congratulations to Ricky Bobby and Suzanne Knox getting it done here, taking the win in large dog agility. There was Sean.
Now, what an exciting race. First off, congratulations, but there was a lot of faults that were happening in the large dogs, but you guys had a little pressure on yourselves, but you got it done in that second round. Talk about that.
Yes, it was incredible. I had no idea. I just wanted to run clean. I wanted to be fair to him. I said, work every obstacle. Just be fair to your dog. Get it done. And we did. I mean, that was the most beautiful course. I love Rebecca's courses, but that was a hard turn for us. And I realized a new way to get through it, but I don't, you know, the superstition is don't change your run. Don't change your course. So I stuck to it, and I guess he pulled it out.
Well, as you like to say, Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you're last, but you're first. We love it. Congratulations. Let's go back to you guys.
And each competitor gets 2 runs, and it's the best of 2 that counts. Skylar is the dog, Sandy Scott is the handler, the 11-year-old female Shetland sheepdog underway here with small dog agility.
On course, all of our small dogs have the bar height set at 12 inches, which correlates to the height of the dog at the height of the withers, which is the top of their shoulder blades. That's how they differentiate the size categories in agility.
Sandy, an agility trainer, and she hosts many agility events herself, but now on one of the biggest stages competing in Western Regional Championships.
You can see Sandy running right up alongside Skylar. She's also using a lot of hand commands. Verbal commands are also used out on the course to direct the dog to the right obstacle. They made a mistake there, had to go back and correct. So they're going to have fault seconds added onto the length of their run, plus the time to go back and do it correctly.
So in this case, 5 seconds added on, 53:10. So they're going to be looking to run 2 in order to upgrade that time.
It's all about communication and the bond out there with your dog and getting through the course.
It is the best of 2 for each of the competitors. So Lonnie Cummings and Jax, the 7-year-old male Pembroke Welch Corgi. Cool dog from Emerald Hills, California, already a fault out of the gates.
Sometimes it's hard for the dogs when they see a straight line of obstacles coming out of that start line. There's 3 that they can see in their line of sight, and so they just want to get to the next one. Easy to knock that first bar. But any and all dog breeds can compete here.
Winning the audience over for sure.
Absolutely. Our little short-legged small dog.
Look at that. Oh! Wipe out through the weave poles, having fun.
And she's going to choose, it looks like, to not go back and correct on that weave poles.
Hey, the shortest route.
That's right. Let's just get to the end and have fun, and we'll just fix it next time.
All right, well, they'll have a second run. But in this one, again, a huge appreciation from the audience. And here we go with Liza Buckner and her dog Hefe, an 8-year-old male mix.
Now, what's interesting here is that Liza says that Hefe always knows that if there's a crowd on hand, that this is an important run. So she must be able to tell by how he acts or responds to her that he knows it's time to perform.
She rescued Hefe from Half Moon Bay Rescue. Now, at the Incredible Dog Challenge, in front of a large crowd, the weave poles nailed it.
Doing it all through in small dog style and being quick between those obstacles, which matters, and shaving off those fractions of seconds in time.
You don't see too many clean runs, but you have one there. No faults. 37.85, so now in the lead.
What a great run. Hitting all of the contacts. Those yellow zones have to be touched coming off of the dog walk, the A-frame, and the teeter-totter for safety reasons. Timing the jumps perfectly to clear them without any problem and working together as a team.
Carol Newman, the retired 4th grade teacher, in her dog Flash, the 8-year-old male Shetland sheepdog from Pleasanton, California. Here we go.
So there are several different ways to communicate out there on the field. You hear some verbal commands there, some confusion, and that came from where Carol was positioned on the course. And she actually says that body positioning is the main way that she directs Flash out here from one obstacle to the other.
Solid over the dog walk, coming into the weave poles. Clean so far, got it.
Since Flash is a herding dog, Liza also says she watches her feet. Again, all communication right there, where she's at on the course and where Flash is looking to go. Going back and correcting to get around that 360 jump. It's difficult to change the direction on those jumps and not hit them straight on as well. The dogs are coming at it, and it's called a slice jump.
30 seconds added on, so 76.27. They'll focus on their second run. It's the best of 2 again. And here is Diana Yars and her dog Rush, final competitors in this first round of small dog agility.
Quick little dog, good ground speed. Now, as you can see, Rush working kind of away from Diana, and she says verbal commands are important for them because when he's out ahead of her, she has to be able to yell his directions. You can hear her.
Great communication and a solid run, a clean one for the 3-year-old Parson Russell Terrier, 31.98, the new score to beat.
That's how you do it, clean and fast, and executing everything properly, touching those yellow contact zones, going on and off of the dog walk. Those running contacts are pretty difficult, but they did it and got it done.
Diana Yars and Rush setting the tone and putting the pressure on the rest of the field with a solid time of 31.98, lead coming into the second round. We'll see if that time can hold for the gold coming up round 2. Beautiful sunny day here in Huntington Beach. We're going into the second round of small dog agility. A blazing time set by Rush and Diana Yars. Tough to beat, 31.98. That's what it's going to take to get on top of the podium. Better than that, and now we go to Skylar and Sandy Scott. Their first run time, 53.10, so a lot of room for improvement, Shalene.
Definitely, they'll be focusing on not making the same mistakes here the second go around. And that may mean going a little bit slower, but slower time and cleaner without those fault seconds would be a huge improvement.
Skylar, an 11-year-old female Shetland sheepdog, doesn't look like she's going that fast, but that efficiency and fault-free run could get you on the podium.
True. The ground speed looks a little bit slower, but you could see she's definitely always watching and looking for direction from Sandy. So Sandy's kind of setting the pace in how her positioning is on the field.
An efficient run, not overly fast. 5 seconds added on to the 43.18, so 48.18 is their total.
Well, big improvement from last go around, getting through, clearing all these jumps, except for that one bar that went down. Otherwise, they did a great job in execution.
Lonnie Cummings and Jax. Remember, they went through and just kind of bailed halfway through, went straight to the finish. So we'll see if Jax can get it together this time around. Always takes that first run, Shalene, to kind of get used to the crowd, you know, the pressure and all that stuff. So maybe they'll clean things up here in the second run.
Well, remember on the first run, it all kind of fell apart at the weave pole. So that's coming up here in just a moment. I think if they can execute and get into the weaves properly and complete that obstacle, that they'll probably be fine.
Here's that section.
And there you go.
Nice job.
All right, now it's just trying to stay on course. to actually complete the run. I'm sure that Lonnie's really feeling excited
Look at
here.
this. I mean, a much different run.
Yeah, amazing. Good job.
For the Pembroke Welch Corgi, and they come in with a 44.09, a clean run. What an improvement. They move into third.
That's what's fun to see, is when something can go so off the rails in the first round, and then you can see all the corrections being made, and to have a jump like that from last to third, impressive.
Great refocus as we look at Hefe, the 8-year-old male mix, and handler Liza Buckner. And they had a 37.85 after the first round. They still sit in second right now at that time.
So really just going to push it here for the speed on this run. See if they can advance. Of course, everybody wants to be on top of the podium and take home the Western Regional Championships and get that invite to St. Louis.
Very efficient run going on so far. And she said he always knows when it's a big event and an important run. So dealing with the pressure with 0 faults, a clean run, they stay in second, 36.34 for a time.
A great performance out there together. Liza definitely leading Hefe out through the course and getting him through it in great style.
So here's Carol Newman again and her dog Flash, 8-year-old male Shetland sheepdog. All right, they have a lot of room for improvement here. Their first run was 76.27.
Here, wait.
That 360 back jump, that's a tough one, slicing across that bar. They actually have to train the dogs for that. If they're not coming head on to a jump, like you see right there, you have to train to be able to jump at an angle.
Great job through the weave poles. 31.98 is the time to beat. Gonna have to have a clean, fault-free run though, Shalene, in order to get on the top of the podium at least. So right now with a 39.60, that puts him in the third, and they will stay in third with that time.
Again, you can see here this back jump wrapping around that 360. The dog was literally turning in the air over the bar, and that's what brought it down, the back legs.
And the reason why I said they will stay in third is because Rush and Diana Yares have the fastest time, and they're the final competitors. So their first run puts them on top of the podium. This now a victory lap.
This little guy is super fast. I mean, and look at her pace. She is pretty much at a full run, trying to stay up and direct. Verbal commands there, you can hear. Whoa. So quick.
And look at this, another clean run and another super fast time, 31.63. They will win it here in Huntington Beach.
That was fantastic. Slicing those jumps with no problem, hitting the contacts on the dog walk, the A-frame, the teeter. That's the way you do it.
That is Diana Yares and Rush with a 31.63. All right, we are set for medium dog agility. Round 1 is already in the books. It's the best of 2 that'll count. Christine Brew and Boo, who won in our incredible weave pole competition, are in the lead coming into the second run. But first, it's Dabadoo and KC Cooper. They had a first run time of 46.72.
Dabadoo, a miniature American Shepherd, out here on the course. All of the bar heights have been moved to 16 inches for our medium agility competitors. They have to have the ground speed, they have to have the execution. We have a judge on the field just making sure that things are done properly. And to remind you, if they're not, then fault seconds are added on to the total length of the run.
KC, a mobile dog groomer, having a good run. The score to beat, 41.33, can they do it? And it's 40.27, yes! Top of the podium for now in the second run.
Slow and steady, winning the race, or at least moving them up for now. Getting through clean, good communication and support throughout the course. Nice job.
Laurie Asbury and Spree, the 7-year-old female Australian cattle dog, at a 57.99 in run 1. Lots of room for improvement from Littleton, Colorado. Here we go.
Very fast little dogs. They're going to look at correcting on those mistakes. Laurie says that Spree is very athletic and body aware and a little fearless out there on the course. Oh, 1 bar down, but man, they're moving fast. And she says she's so fast that Laurie says she can't even keep up, so she uses verbal commands mainly out on the field as opposed to body positioning or hand cues.
It's always pretty interesting to see and watch the handlers try and keep up with their dog, Shalene, coming through. They'll have a few seconds added on because of the fault. 5 seconds in exact, 36.52, but that'll move him into the lead.
Spree almost looking like, you know, she just knows where she's going on her own out there, but it was still up to Laurie to direct her with those verbal commands across all those obstacles. Nice run.
Christine Brew and Boo already have a title here this weekend in Weaves, and Boo, the 2.5-year-old Pumi, is looking to carry on the family tradition and add to a long lineage of champions.
So I've been doing agility probably about 17 years. I actually started with a Bedlington Terrier. I got into it because I had some friends and I have a twin sister who actually also does agility. And I had this active dog. So I thought this would be a great sport to start. And once you get into it, it's actually hard to stop doing it. So with that, I got my first Pumi, and then Indy, and now Boo. So his grandmother was Bella, and she won the small dog agility. His grandmother, Aria, won Weaves. And then his mother, Indy, was here last year, and she won the Weaves and got second in agility.
Indy making absolutely no mistakes, putting the pressure on the rest of the field.
And now this is the 4th generation, the son of Indy. So he's the first boy to come in the line. He's just he's young, so he's a little bit faster, I think, because when Indy came last year, she was 6. So having a younger dog that's a little bit less seasoned is a different challenge. He's got a lot of speed, so it's trying to kind of get the accuracy and just, you know, be in tune with him in a new place that he's never run before. I think because I raised him, our bond is very strong. He loves working. He's got a really good work ethic, so no matter what we do, he's just very in tune with me, just like his mother. So we do hiking. Recently we started doing the sport of nose work, but mostly just a lot of play together, because to do agility successfully, they have to want to work with you and play with you, and agility is essentially play with a few more rules. So we feed Purina Pro Plan, and I think it just helps sustain him, gives him a lot of energy, loves it, and it drives him to run as fast as we saw earlier. So it's really great for him.
Boo is a Pumi, a fairly rare herding breed that originates from the country of Hungary. Now, they were leading after the first run, but then came along Dabadoo and Spree, pushing them into 3rd. Pressure's on.
Now, Christine talked about how much Boo likes to work, and as a herding breed, he has intense drive and a great work ethic out there on the course, and they've got good communication. That bond matters.
Whoa.
And that fast, quick move and ground speed matters. Look at this.
Look at this run going on by Boo. Unbelievable. Okay.
That looked lightning fast and was clean all the way through. Wow.
28.58. That is one of the fastest runs I've seen in any agility competition.
Under 30 seconds. That is truly incredible. It's things like this, barely clearing the tip of the A-frame there, hitting those running contacts so nothing slows down. Look at the smiles. What a joyful win.
They won in incredible weave poles, and they're hoping that it holds on and winning another event in medium dog agility. But it all comes down to Prize and Kate Moreau. Their first run time, Shalene, 42.83.
Our defending Western Regional champ in medium agility right here, so they have the experience if they can clean it up. just showing that fast ground speed, everything executed correctly. Here we are to the finish. This is going to be a close one.
Wow, another fast run, impressive. 29.87, that is a massively fast run, and a second place, only good for second.
Sub 30-second times on the agility course. That's amazing, but this one falling just short of the podium, but look how quick these obstacles are executed. But Boo, strutting his stuff, showing us how it's done.
So Boo is 2 for 2 at these championships, winning in weaves and agility. Sean is with them. Smitty.
All right, you saw it right there. Such a fast dog. Congratulations on the win. How do you keep up with that dog so quick?
Well, you just run really, really fast.
Now, Boo's mother and grandmother were champions. This is keeping it in the family.
Awesome, yes, we're very, very excited about that. These guys run super fast. I mean, it's a rare breed, and so we discovered the speed and keep breeding them and keep breeding for that speed, and the key is just to keep them really, really happy the whole time they're out there.
If you like dogs too, subscribe to NBC Sports YouTube channel for more.